Salvatore Riina, often dubbed as the boss of the bosses in the Sicilian Mafia, was born on the 16th of November 1930 in Corleone, Sicily. His early life was marked by poverty. He was born into a family of farmers and was the fifth of 7 children. The harsh economic conditions of rural Sicily during that period played a significant role in shaping his future path. Riina's involvement in the Mafia began at a young age. In the post-World War II era, the Sicilian countryside was a hotbed of Mafia activity, and young Riina quickly became immersed in this underworld. His initiation into organized crime was marked by association with prominent Mafia figures like Luciano Leggio, a key influence in his criminal career. Riina's rise within the Mafia ranks was both rapid and brutal. He became known for his ruthlessness and willingness to use violence to achieve his objectives. In the 1950s, he was involved in a series of murders that significantly bolstered his reputation within the criminal organization. By the 1970s, Riina had become a dominant figure in the Mafia, eventually taking over as the boss of the Corleone faction. This period saw the Mafia's influence extend deeply into various aspects of Italian life, including politics and business. The pinnacle of Riina's criminal career was marked by a series of major crimes and violent acts that shocked Italy and the world. Under his leadership, the Mafia carried out numerous assassinations, bombings, and other criminal activities. Notably, Riina was behind the murders of anti-Mafia judges Giovanni Falcone and Paolo Borsellino in 1992, which were among the most notorious acts of Mafia violence, and significantly intensified the Italian government's efforts to combat organized crime. In addition to these high-profile killings, Riina was deeply involved in extortion and racketeering. Businesses, large and small across Sicily, were forced to pay a pizzo, a form of protection money, to the Mafia under Riina's reign. Failure to comply often resulted in violent repercussions, including arson or physical harm. This system of extortion was a key source of income for the Mafia and helped maintain their control over local economies. Drug trafficking was another major criminal enterprise under Riina. He played a central role in organizing and expanding the Mafia's involvement in the international drug trade, particularly in the trafficking of heroin. The Corleone faction, under Riina's leadership, established connections with South American drug cartels, enabling the Sicilian Mafia to become a significant player in the global narcotics market. The pursuit and eventual capture of Salvatore Riina, the notorious Mafia boss, stands as a testament to the tenacity and courage of Italian law enforcement. For decades, Riina was able to evade capture, making his eventual arrest a significant victory against organized crime in Italy. Efforts to capture Riina were extensive and challenging. Italian law enforcement, including the Carabinieri and the Anti-Mafia Investigative Directorate, faced numerous obstacles. The Mafia's deep-rooted influence in society, their extensive network of informants, and the culture of silence, known as omertà, made gathering actionable intelligence exceptionally difficult. Moreover, Riina's skill in staying under the radar, often living a life that seemed unconnected to his illegal activities, added to the complexity of the operation. One significant challenge was the Mafia's infiltration into various sectors, including politics, business, and even law enforcement. This infiltration often led to leaks about police operations, making it difficult to plan and execute a successful capture. Additionally, the Mafia's capacity for violence, as seen in the assassinations of judges and prosecutors, added a layer of risk and urgency to the mission. Riina's capture on the 15th of January 1993 was a culmination of diligent investigative work and strategic planning. The operation was led by the elite ROS unit of the Carabinieri, who had been tracking Riina's movements for some time. After identifying his location in Palermo, Sicily, they conducted a surprise raid in the early hours of the morning. Riina was apprehended without resistance, found living modestly in an apartment, a stark contrast to his powerful status within the Mafia. Riina faced multiple charges, reflecting his decades-long involvement in Mafia activities. The charges included numerous counts of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, drug trafficking, extortion, and racketeering. The trial was held in a specially designed high-security courtroom in the Ucciardone prison in Palermo, Sicily, a reflection of the serious nature of the charges and the need for heightened security. The trial process was complex and lengthy, given the extensive nature of Riina's criminal activities and the need to ensure a fair trial in the face of immense public interest and media attention. The proceedings involved testimonies from former mafia members, law enforcement officials, and expert witnesses. A key aspect of the trial was the use of pentiti, mafia turncoats, whose insider testimonies were crucial in securing convictions against Riina and provided invaluable insights into the workings of the mafia. Riina was found guilty on multiple charges and received multiple life sentences. The severity of the sentencing reflected the gravity of his crimes and his position within the mafia hierarchy. Throughout his incarceration, Riina remained a defiant figure. He continued to exert influence within the mafia from behind bars, although his ability to control operations was significantly diminished. Reports suggest that he remained unrepentant and maintained his mafia connections as much as the prison regime would allow. Riina's arrest, trial, and sentencing had a profound impact on public perceptions and policy regarding organized crime in Italy. His capture and conviction was seen as a significant victory against the mafia and demonstrated the effectiveness of the Italian legal system in combating organized crime. It also led to increased public support for law enforcement efforts and greater political will to tackle mafia-related activities. In terms of policy, Riina's case highlighted the need for stronger anti-mafia laws and better protection for judges, prosecutors, and witnesses. It also underscored the importance of international cooperation in the fight against organized crime, as the mafia's operations were shown to extend well beyond Italy's borders. Thank you for joining us in this fascinating story about the life of one of the most powerful Italian mafiosi. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.